Okay, it's May 10th. Welcome to Granny Horse Training, and my name's Ruth DeGennaro, and I'm gonna do a short session with Lacey. It's getting hot today. Taking off the mask for a minute to let people know that I wear the mask because I have allergies. I mean, people just keep asking me that. Allergies to literally everything in my life, and if I didn't wear this, then I end up with respiratory problems and getting sick and on drugs and yada, yada, yada. So when I work with Lacey and I'm out here where it's dusty in the arena and there's lots of trees around pollinating and everything, I just wear the mask. Makes life easier. It's not a big deal. I have trouble breathing anyhow, so anyhow, that's how you correctly put on a mask. Fit it around your nose. I'm not in an infective environment, so I'm not worried about corona. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to hop in our round pen. Now, people have questions about why the round pen? Why am I on the inside? This is called protected contact, and it's a term you'll learn if you look up anything on positive reinforcement, using positive reinforcement training techniques. It's to protect you. It's also to give the horse a feeling of protection and working at liberty. I could not work with this horse at liberty because she was an orphan foal. I could not work with her at liberty, food treats or otherwise, even if I didn't have food treats, because she'd just be all over you. And I did use negative reinforcement also to teach her to back away and stay away from a gate. And I eventually taught her to go to a target so that she'd go to that target on command and get away from the gate so I could go in and then ask her to come back and be haltered. And little things like that. I mean, I've had her for about a year now, and so it's been a process. And because most of my early videos were on Facebook, you're not privy to that. I just started the YouTube channel this season with my training with her to follow her so that they could be more easily shared amongst people who wanted to know. So if you stumbled on this on YouTube, you're used to some normal horse training, traditional horse training, or pressure and release, Buck Brannaman stuff, Pat Pirelli stuff, whatever, you might be a little confused. So, but stick with me and you can see the benefits of this, or maybe it's something you don't want to do. It's really up to you. Your horse, your rules. This is my horse, my rules. Okay, you gonna walk with me, baby? And when you feed, you want to feed out here. And one of your beginning behaviors for clicker training, this is also called clicker training, is to have them touch a target. And when you got a new horse that doesn't know what it is, you might have to make them wait. You might have to wait for them to touch that target, and you might need to help them. But she learned this last year, like I said, and learned to follow it and do other things. And put it out again, and she touches it. She also learned to stay at stationary targets. These are things you can use to help control the animal without having to tie them up. Give them to control voluntarily, cooperative care. Okay, and so walk with me. She used to have trouble pushing me up against the fence, so I do like to teach her to go over, and she kind of does a shoulder in, but that's worked very well, and she now, I don't have to halter her in the stall anymore. I don't have to worry about her pushing me up against fences when I say that word over and ask her, over, she moves off a bit. So now that's actually combining a little bit of pressure and release, also known as negative reinforcement. And I got a little flashcard. I'm going to do a little bit, a second part, but today is getting hot, so I wanted to get her out in the sun here first. So this is part one of May 10th's training. She's already got the sleepy eye that I'm tired, I'm not interested, and you're going to have to make this worthwhile. Whoa. She stopped really nicely there. And back a little more. Back a little more. Oh. She stopped good with both back feet together. Okay. Now she been given a problem about going counterclockwise, so the last lesson I threw out all 4 mats to get her to go counterclockwise. Get her to go voluntarily. because I was starting to use too much pressure and release, and combining it with the positive reinforcement methods isn't always the best thing if you want to keep them eagerly engaged in playing the games with you. Because these are, I like to call these games. We're playing. Pat Pirelli says he plays with his horse too. He's doing negative reinforcement though. His horses are not doing it voluntarily. Good girl. Okay, so walk. Now, Lacey, walk. That teaches her the walk command to go forward even if I'm not right with her. And like I said, she's sluggish today. It's getting warm. You can see my change of clothing. It's obviously getting warmer out. Getting a little vitamin D today. Walk. Yeah. Okay, now let's see if I can get her to turn around though. Okay, and back. 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 Lacey. Back. She was being a little resistant, so even though she just gave that try, I clicked her. Let her chew for a second, then another command. Just the hands. I ended up clicking. I meant to say back. That's the thing. None of us are perfect, I've been doing this. I'm going to have to, in fact, I forgot to set my 15-minute timer. I've probably done a good 5 minutes here already, so so anyways, when that goes off, I'll stop the blithering. Back. Come on, I want you to go back, baby. Back. Good girl. Good girl. Back. Good girl. And I'm not actually touching her. Back. 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 Come on. Lacey. Back. Back. And then we can touch her on the shoulder a little bit. Back. No, and then she goes into it. You see, that was one of the back. Now this is negative reinforcement because I'm putting something on and then I'm taking it off when she moves back. I'm putting something on, taking it off when she moves back. Good girl! She knew what I wanted. I didn't ask her for the turn yet, but she knew what I wanted. She knows I want her to go in this direction. That we've been working on that. She knows. These animals are incredibly smart. We just don't give them enough credit, and we don't take enough time to interact with them in a way. Lacey, forward. Go to the next one. Interact with them in a way and allow them some thought too. So that's my philosophy of working with them. And walk. So you're never going to be 100% positive reinforcement when you're training horses. It's virtually impossible. I mean, some people do it, but they actually don't ride much. They get on them and the horse takes them for a ride. The horse doesn't necessarily go where they want him to go, but that's what they want to do. I eventually want to be able to ride this horse around my farm. I want to be able to go and check on my sheep. I want to go and check on my cows. I want to look at fences. That's what I want to be able to do with her. But this is just the start. Forming a really good, solid relationship of I listen to her, she listens to me, we listen together, we do things together. We do things together because we want to be together. She voluntarily comes down here to work. I do lock her in to keep the other ones out. Walk. And I'm not even going to ask her to trot today because it's getting really hot. But I might ask her to go over, over, over. And walk. And walk. Lacey. Lacey. Okay, now instead of doing, now I'm going to hop out of here. Well, make sure I got enough in my pocket for her. But I'm going to hop out, and this is like the last day I was going to keep up this round pen. I was going to tear it down because it's getting to the point where I can work with her. And come and go to this mat. Okay, good girl. And this is where we left off on the last video. Lacey, walk. Good girl. And this is an orphan foal. She's not all over me, is she? But we didn't start here. We started in the round pen with pipe panels to separate us. I wouldn't have even tried this. I wouldn't even use the electric line yet. Okay, walk. Something's got her attention off the edge of the plateau. Go to your mat. Go to the mat. Both of them are alerted. Hey, Lacey. It's okay, baby. It's okay. You want to go see what that is? Let's go see what that is. We're going to go off the camera just for a second here. You going to see what that is? What is it, sugar babe? Is it deer? We've taken out all the animals out of that pasture, so it's more than likely wildlife of some sort. There's coyotes and there's deer. There's plenty of wildlife around here. We got 46 acres. So, more disruptions. But let's see if, well, there's a disruption that I can engage her again in something. Hey, Lacey, want to follow target? Lacey. Target. Says, I'll do the target even if I'm nervous. Lacey. See now, see? We've also got other things going on in the other pasture. The sheep are crying a lot. So this is what happens when you work at liberty with your horse. And in some ways this is safer. What's safer? Me arguing with a horse that's scared about something, or being in here? Well, she's learning. She's only 3, you know? She's only 3. So she's got to get used to this. Lacey, come here, baby. Maybe she'll feel better if I take a couple rocks and throw them over the edge, scare off whatever wildlife's there. Go on, get! Did that take care of him, Lacey? Did that take care of him? What do you think of that, you guys? What do you think of that? You think that's a good thing? Lacey, come. Come here, girl. Lacey. Lacey, come on. Now, a lot of people, when they're riding, they'd be all like making their horse move their feet to take their mind off it. She's not doing anything dangerous. She just wants to stand there and decide for herself. If you started arguing with her about it, and she wants to get closer to her herd mate so she feels more comfort there, She's not doing anything dangerous. I mean, if you were riding, what would you do? You just let her do what she's doing and pet her neck and kind of console her and wait till whatever it is passes, because eventually it will pass. And we're riding horses, we're working with horses, not four-wheelers. The thing about deer. Lacey, you want to touch the target? Lacey. Come here, baby. No, come here. Come here, baby. Lacey, baby. What do you think? She's saying, stupid human, why aren't you looking off to the plateau? I mean, what's out there? Looking off the edge of the plateau. Well, I guess I could give her a little bit of a jackpot here, make her feel comfortable, and my alarm's going off, so it's time to end the session anyhow. Well, there you go. She knows what a jackpot is. So, thanks for watching. I'm gonna shut this off and keep the time of my videos within the YouTube parameters. YouTube likes things about 15 minutes or less. I don't know how long this one was, but thanks for watching. Click the subscribe, click the like, click the notifications if you want to see the next one, because the next one I'm going to talk about more about the reasons for my training, learning theory, and clicker training and stuff without her to distract me. So thanks for watching. Bye now.